What is up, Goat World? It's me, your boy JD, and we're back at you with another Goatformat video. The first week of the inaugural Goatformat War League has taken place, and what a week it was. Upsets galore. Upsets. My name is Goatformat War League. So here's my initial power rankings. You know, they're pretty much confetti at this point. With me, as always, I have my panel. I have the crew. I have Moxies, and I have Insidious. So, fellas, please just give me a quick recap of this week. And what do you guys think about the first week of the Goatformat War League?
I loved how first week went Goatformat. We had, I think, 6 upsets out of the 8 matches. Definitely a great introduction of what to look forward to for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of upsets. It was pretty crazy, to be honest. Like, unexpected. Like, I thought maybe, one team might upset another team, but it was just upset city.
Yeah. Like we said, 16 teams came out. And I must say it was electric the entire time, the entire week. It was full buzz, full vibes. If you want to get into these Discords and ensure you're not missing these games, go ahead and go to the Goatformat War League Discord. I'll make sure I put the link in the description of this video. And upsets, I can't say enough. There were too many upsets. In our power ranking video, if you go back to the previous video we released, it showed the power rankings. I believe every team in the power rankings, except for the Rampage unit, lost. We're going to go through and just kind of talk about each team and what that match was like. and we'll do it like that. So, the first match we're going to talk about, Solitaire and Enraged Pandas.
So, Solitaire came out swinging. They took care of Hui really fast, and then Don't Copy went down, and then it was already over by the time Matt Uber played. The only redeeming quality was that WZ clutched it out against Six Lack. But otherwise, Solitaire really showed that they are not a team to be messed with, and you should absolutely be expecting them. I believe they were mostly on turbo with Ben K1W playing Warrior, but they just finished off each match pretty easily.
Then we got the Free Agents versus Beam Tones. Beam Tones went down pretty hard on that one, 4-1. Mox, what do you think about that match?
That's another one I was a little bit surprised for, to be honest. Like, well, not a little bit. I was a lot surprised for that. Ron Swanson did pull out a victory, and he is a guy that we did talk about as potentially being, the guy on their team who's probably their best player. But yeah, to be honest with you, all those people winning, like Shane came in as a sub, which was unexpected, but he came in, used someone else's deck, and it was a wild deck too, and won. And then we had some burn players, and our new warrior player Esox won against Cote. It was good. It was the matches were pretty interesting, to be honest.
But we did have to unfortunately issue the first official warning due to Shane's illegal use of No Man Cross out in that game, or not banished in the face probably. So that is the first warning. It is on the books. We will enforce those warnings going forward. And then we got to so this is the upset of the week. Get your highlight alarms out. We have the Lifted Research Group going down to the Corpsmen in spectacular fashion, 2-3. Moxes, I got to throw it right back to you. As an LRG affiliate, as an LRG representative, having that outcome, I don't think anyone saw that coming. Can you just explain what are some of the emotions you're going through and some of the thought process went to setting lineup and how that whole thing went down? Because that shocked the world. Everyone's eating corn tonight.
Yeah, I mean, good for them. They're one of our teams we've been working with a lot to get better. So it's pretty awesome in general to see them win, even if it's against us. And for us, we basically decided that a lot of our teammates wanted to play. So we are going to be rotating our roster. So I decided to sit out just because everyone has to rotate. So I decided to sit out, me personally, just because I wanted to make sure that I'm in versus the quote unquote stronger teams. So I sat because everybody's going to have to sit on our team sooner or later. And to be honest with you, we felt pretty confident going into it. Obviously, we did. FDS is secretly been grinding on the ladder and playing, so he felt pretty good. But I mean, in general, we knew going in that Sparky was not just some guy we can, like we were expecting to just beat. Like, he's consistent, he's good at what he uses, and he's a tough opponent. So we were expecting him to be hard to beat. And then it's kind of funny that Ivan's been been grinding with Zoidberg to get him a lot better and get him ready and for the season and for his obelisks and just to get him better in general. And then he ends up just destroying him, which is pretty funny. But no, I mean it's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, like it's a loss. It's whatever. It's not really that serious.
It's week one.
It's week one.
It's week one, and in general. And you know what? It's all good. Like, this week was wild. So many upsets. We lost. We'll move on. It's all good.
So, anything you want to add to LRG versus Elateros before we move on?
Props to Zoidberg. Props to DGZ forever.
Big, huge shout out to Zoidberg. He took down the number one player in the game, and he did it in a pretty convincing fashion.
I mean, you have 96 drafted players upsetting the number 2 player. And then you have this number 74 player upsetting the number 19 player. So, I mean, again, I just got to give props to where they're due. They proved me wrong. They got the win, and now they're 1-0.
And then we have another one from the Rising Sun, from the Rising Suns and the Ultra Instinct Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling team. You know what? They took us down. We made the fatal mistake of looking ahead. We didn't respect our opponents as much as we should. And that goes for all these teams that we ranked pretty low. But all these guys coming in from the current game, they're here to play. They know what they're doing, and they're not to be overlooked. So we look past the Rising Suns, and they took it to us. So next week we're going to come back stronger than ever. We'll see what happens. But we definitely went down in a 4-1 situation against the Rising Suns. Shout out to them and everything that they put together. But then we go over to some of the tried and true. We got Rampage taking out the We Love CC Cote team, the Italian team. So what do you got on them, Insidious?
It was a scheduled win. They came in, they did their thing, and they're on to week 2. No opposition. It was a 5-0 sweep. I don't even know if they broke a sweat.
Yeah, that was business as usual. What you got for them, Moxie?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of expected it to go like this, but after how the whole picture of the week went, I guess this is surprising that they 5-0'd. But I mean, I think 5-0. The best team versus the worst team of 5-0 is, kind of crazy. I don't really think 5-0s should be that common, even though they were pretty common this week. But yeah, I expected this to be a win. But props to Rampage, both their teams. They are one of the team, like the group of teams that we said are at the top, near the top, and they showed up. A lot of these other top teams, mine included, didn't show up. They did. They said, guess what? We're better than this team. We're gonna win, and they did.
It was an absolute business trip. They showed up and just did what they had to do. Flawless execution all around. 5-0 for both of the Rampage units, and we'll see where they're going to keep going. Hopefully they can maintain that. It's a long season, but I think they might be able to pull it off. But then we switch over to the Damage Step Rampage HK, the Hit Squad Killers Rampage against DMG. So I'm going to have to throw right back to the cities again, who is the captain of the Damage Step team. And I got to give you a quick interview of how you think things went. Why did you set that lineup? What about those decks? Let's talk about your testing. What do you got for the people of how that thing went down?
The plan was we expected lots of turbo, and then one warrior, which is SDL killer. So I decided to go with warriors just to catch one of the Chaos turbo players, and so that's why I put myself as a C player, only to end up playing against a mirror match against one of the best warrior players. So to me that is a 50-50 matchup. It didn't help that I drew Dust Shoots and Nox against the killer game 1, and then game 2 things just went his way. And for the rest of my team, again, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Things just didn't go our way. Maybe could have had a little more prep time, but the better team won. They decimated us, and I'm only disappointed how we lost, not that we lost. Hopefully we have a better showing week 2 against Solitaire.
And I think you guys definitely have something to build on, something to look forward to. No one likes to get punched in the mouth. I know that's how I'm feeling right now. I just want to get right to week 2 and get back on it and get some revenge. So we'll see how it goes. And I'm sure that's how LRG is feeling. I'm sure that's how Damage Step is feeling. I'm sure that's how EP is feeling. All the teams that were upset this week, they want to really take this serious to go into the next week of play and get back on it. But finally, we got the sweep. The over sweep dose and the Chaos Kings, which was another upset. This match still technically hasn't finished as a recording of this video, but it has already been confirmed. 3 victories to 0 means a win. There are still 2 games that need to be played for seeding's sake. Moxies, you want to tell me what you think about this sweep OD Chaos King situation?
I mean, I knew going into it was probably going to be a little bit, closer because I'm pretty knowledgeable and I know the guys on KS Kings. They're all friends of mine. They're all Canadians. I've seen them play. I talk to them a lot. They're all good players. So I mean, I still thought Sweep was going to win the match personally, but I didn't. I didn't think it was. I didn't think Chaos Kings were a team that you were just going to think, oh yeah, Sweep's just going to rock them, and they didn't. They're actually at the moment of recording this video, Sweep lost 3-0. They're all. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're all three of the games were close, so they could have gone either way. But yeah, I mean, I can't. There isn't really much to say other than Sweep got caught in the same thing that the rest of the top teams. Maybe they're underprepared. Maybe they just think, you know what, we're just going to play our decks and win because we're better. Maybe they didn't even give a shit who they played against and they just assumed they were going to win. I don't know. You know what, maybe it was just unlucky. It could be a billion things. It's the same as all these other top teams. Am I going to look much into it and go, oh, Sweep sucks? No,
that'd be a
they're
mistake.
clear. They're going to need a lot more losses like this for me to think they're not like a top 4 team.
Clearly.
Sometimes shit doesn't go your way.
That would clearly be a mistake. And that's one thing I did notice about this Goatformat War League is that a lot of top players are playing, but a lot of these top players, when they go into a tournament setting, say a GFC or an FLC or whatever, they are going to play against a very low-ranked person in those earlier rounds. So probably round 1 and round 2, you're either getting a bye or you're going to be playing against someone who is significantly beneath your skill level. But that's not the case in the War League. In the War League, every round you're going to be playing against someone who is at least a tournament caliber player. So how do you guys think that affects? That's going to affect these standings? Because I don't think we calculated that into our analysis when we first started doing this.
I mentioned before that this league is going to expose a lot of players. I mean, we're not living in the old age where Goatformat is new, but information is there, the videos are there, the practice is there, so a lot of players who you would expect have caught up. And there is a ceiling when it comes to this format. Gone are the days of just easy wins. Round 1 and 2 and 3. Now you're facing players that actually take this format a little more seriously.
I would agree with that. All right, so we got 5 guys, 1 Kuru taking out Bad Bones as well in a significant. This is a sweep I didn't see coming. I thought 5 guys, 1 Kuru had a chance to win. They have a lot of talented players as well, but I thought the Bad Bones would secure the victory on this one. Did not see a 5-0 sweep. What do you guys think about that one?
That was exciting for me because I have 3 of their players in my fantasy team. Planchi, Dead, and Bobby Buckets. Essentially all 5 matches finished 2-1, except for Planchi 2-0 with Nano, but that's because the Nano got disconnected in Game 2 and could not reconnect. But this was, again, it could have went either way, but it just happened that 5 guys just had it this week, and it was a very interesting 5-0 that also impressed me because I knew that their players were decent. I just didn't think they were already in mid-season form.
Yeah, I mean, I had them winning, not 5-0, but they're another team, one of the other ones that we've been working with LRG to get better. I'm been working a lot with Dead and Bobby Buckets myself. Bobby Buckets, him and I have been working on Warriors, and Dead and myself, I've been helping him with KS Control. So I've been really hyping up those 2 players. They just showed up. I mean, they've been put. This is another team, like Insidious said earlier. It's not 2018 anymore. I assume, in general, that this is the toughest amount of people playing that there's ever been in Goatformat. There's just the most people with the most, at least, average to above average skill. And if you have even average skill, then if the cards come your way, you're going to beat people who are better than you.
All the time,
right? That's just how it goes. Because there is a little bit of a luck factor in the game. At this point, I think most people that play these games are at least average, which means they can be anyone who's better than them, depending on the way the cards go. So if you're putting in work and practicing a lot, like these 5 guys, 1 Kuru, and then the core men have been doing, they've been putting in a lot of work. Internals, they play, they talk theory, they're always discussing. They're doing their thing. Then I think they're going to win a lot of games.
All right, so here I am with the captain of the 5 guys, 1 Kuru team. after pulling off a very convincing, very one-sided victory in the first week of the Goatformat warleague. The winners, they swept. No one saw it coming. I had them rated probably way too low. But I have the captain here, and kind of talk about how this week 1 went.
Yeah, hi. I'm Kuru. I'm like the worst player on my team, but it's okay. Yeah, so like I was gonna be a sub on LRG originally, but then because I would just like not play, right? If I was a sub on LRG, because I wouldn't feel the need to play when there's 5 better players playing. So we picked up like 4 up and coming players who none of the other teams wanted to consider, and so we decided to make. So I got my 4 guys. Silver got his 4 guys. And yeah, so I'm like actually forced to play the game now, which is kind of funny.
Kuru, I think you're being very modest. You are a very talented player. If you didn't know, Kuru did go to the Worlds in 2020.
So yeah, I got like 5th.
You're a good player. All right, but just tell us about your team and about that match. How that matchup, how that went down. You guys won in a convincing fashion, 5-0 with the. Yeah, I didn't see it coming. So how do you feel about that and your matchups and how that went?
So my team is like me, Planchi, did Bobby Buckets, and like so we played against like the main Bones team this week. So like I was telling my team, right, I think we're just better, so we don't need to do anything special. Like just play good. No, like actually though, because I think a lot of players in the league are like relatively overrated. No, like I'm not a good player, right? Like I'm inconsistent because I often like don't focus when I play. Like the last time I played the tournament seriously, it was like a very long time ago. So
yeah.
People are not very high on me, which is fair because I like haven't been playing good. But I think like most of the players, like quote unquote notable names, are like there's nothing special about them. Of course, you have players like Ivan or Mark or whoever who are like James or whatever who are like very very good, right? But I think most of these players on these teams are not anything too special. So I told my team like let's just play properly, like practice, make sure we don't misplay. Then we misplayed anyway, and like we had to get lucky to win some of those matches, but we 5-0 in the end. I think our decks were definitely way better. So that's about that. So we 5-0 without Turbo for some reason because we were just playing other stuff. Even though Turbo is the best deck, I think our deck lists were just better overall.
Hot take. I love to hear it. I love the tenacity. So who do you think is better? Well, going into next week, we love CC Kochi. How do you think you're going to do in that match?
Well, I think it'll be a bit embarrassing if we lose, right? After saying this. Yeah. Easy 5-0 this week. Easy 5-0 next week, hopefully.
Oh, you heard it here first. Hot take from 5G 1K captain Kuru. Another sweep? You be the judge. We'll see. I don't know. I think the We Love CC Kochi team is going to be coming prepared to play. They're not going to want to get another sweep. So I mean,
getting sweep twice is basically impossible for your team morale. So.
Yeah.
The thing about the warleague format is that because it's 15 weeks, you have to adapt every week. Because if you don't adapt, if you play too predictably, it means that people will be able to like quote unquote pre against you, like not actual pre, but like so we have to like vary some stuff. But I think if we play solid, we'll just win. Getting sweep twice is basically impossible for your team morale. So
yeah,
hopefully it doesn't happen to them, but. I'll try to make it happen.
I like it. Thank you so much, Kuru, for dropping in. I appreciate it. All right, so here's some of the matches we're going to play next week. We'll just kind of do a quick prediction. You want to do a prediction? I don't know if I want to. I honestly don't know if I want to do any more predictions because I got them wrong so bad last time. So I might just say, here are the matches. I'll let the panel do the predictions and tell you what they're going to think. So next week we got Solitaire taking on Dantexbeatrice. I know Dantexbeatrice going to be extremely motivated. They're trying to redeem some of the wrongs that were righted, and there is, for you that don't know that are watching these videos, there is a little grudge aspect. There's a little rivalry brewing between Dantexbeatrice and Solitaire, if you didn't know. So this is going to be a super heat matchup. I'll be tuning in. I got the captain here. What are you going to tell me about the Solitaire Dantexbeatrice? How do you think that's going to go?
I think that it'll be 3-2 either way. I can't predict who's going to win, but I think it's going to be a close one either way. They're going to be bringing their turbo. Hopefully we'll be ready for it. It should be a very good match.
Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing it myself. And then we got Sweep OD versus Rampage. Moxies, tell me about that one.
Yeah, that's a coin flip to me. I'm just gonna lean towards Rampage winning just because they won their last week 5-0. Their players play a lot more. So I'm just gonna, if I'm gonna flip the coin, I'm just gonna flip the coin on the side of the team that plays more. So I'm gonna go with Rampage there.
And I've been talking
a lot. Too.
I've been talking to a lot of the Rampage guys, and I think they're deeply offended that they weren't number 1 and number 2, and they're trying to prove it.
Oh,
So
they are. Yeah, they want to be at the top. They're doing a good job of it.
They're doing a good job proving their case right now with a big 10-0 between both of the teams. So I think they're going to try everything they can to get a 15-0, maybe a 20-0, and then we'll see what happens.
That'd be insane.
All right, so then we got the Chaos Kings versus Rising Suns. I'm not sleeping on this Rising Sun team anymore because it didn't work out for me last time. So. But I think I might have to lean towards the Chaos Kings. I still think that they got a lot of skills. The Rising Suns, just based on some of the matches that I saw, some of my guys, we made some critical misplays and some tight spots that could have easily gone our way, but it didn't, But that's the way it is. So I think if the Chaos Kings play a solid game, I think the Rising Suns are going to be fighting an uphill battle. But anything can happen. Not sleeping on these guys, no disrespect. Anything on Rising Suns, Chaos Kings?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to lead towards Chaos Kings. As long as IMC1 and P-Tran are in the starting lineup, I think this team can beat anyone. So.
Yeah, I think I'm also gonna lean Chaos Kings. No disrespect to Rising Suns, they have 2 top 10 players I think on the DB ladder, and they took care of the UI really, really easily. But I think Chaos Kings is gonna be their first true test.
All right, then we got the Hit Squad Killers, the Rampage Hong Kong division versus the Lifted Research Group. Oh, that's gonna be must-see TV. Hopefully, I can have my computer in by then, and we can get that set up for a stream, so we can put that out for the world to see live. But if it doesn't happen, that's gonna be one you want to tune in. Set your clocks for that one. I got the one of the key LRG members here with me, Moxie's, of course. How do you think that's gonna go, Moxie's?
I mean, of course, I think we're gonna win.
Of course, you can't say.
Realistically, it's probably a coin flip, and it's gonna be super close. Depends on. How we decide to do our roster for that week, and because we still haven't decided, to be honest. Yeah. What we play and what we think they're going to play. But at the end of the day, yeah, I'd have to say it's just like sweep and Rampage and flip a coin.
All right. What about you, Insidious? We got on the Hit Squad Killers.
I think Rampage, as a group, is 4-0 after week 2. Combined.
Oh man. Oh, you heard it here first. I can't say. I'm gonna go 3. It's gonna be 3-2. It's gonna be 3-2. That's my prediction. It's going to be 3-2. Who's taking it? I don't know. It all depends on how that lineup goes. Like you said, setting these decks is gonna be super critical in that matchup. Getting any advantage you can. All right. So then we got 5 guys, 1 Kuru, and the We Love CC team, the Italian team. They came out with some spice, man. They came out with the emissary of the ones and the oppressed people. When I saw oppressed people, I got lit. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was it. It wasn't it, man. That ain't even it. I don't know how they're gonna pull it off. But what are you thinking about them? I'm thinking 5 guys might be able to keep this party train rolling, move to a smooth 2-0 on the season. In cities, what you got for We Love CC and the 5 guys, 1 Kuru?
I think 5 guys do another 5-0 sweep without blinking.
Damn, that's a strong take. That's a hot take. Hot take alert. Fire. Mox, what do you got for that matchup?
I got 5 guys winning 4-1.
4-1. I don't know. Maybe they might get off of maybe they might put that stuff down, or maybe it might work. I don't know. We'll see. Me personally, I like seeing new, different things. So I kind of want them to win, but at the same time, man, you gotta oppress people. That ain't even it. I don't know. All right, then we got the Ultra Instinct versus the Free Agents. All right, so this is me because I'm Ultra Instinct, and then there may be a good chance that your boy JD gets off the bench this time and get my game on a little bit. But I don't know. I got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, so I might have to sit another week out. But I'll talk to the captain, see if I can get out here and play. But I want some free agents. I want some Shane. I think we can take these guys down. I don't know how about you guys, but we're definitely in our feelings about taking that L, and we want to come back stronger than ever to prove that we got what it takes. So I feel bad for the free agents because we're going to bring everything we got, and if they take us down, they take us down. But it is what it is. We're gonna thug it out. What do you guys think about that one? Don't even say it. If it's something bad, just don't even say it. I got no time on the program to hear any UI slander. All right, that's not gonna happen.
I don't think AJ Hussein loses again, and I think free agents face a better team than the worst team, and they lose.
Not sleeping. Like you said, anything can happen. I'm thinking 3-2. Maybe we can get a 4-1. Maybe we can get a 5-0 ourselves. Moxie, what do you think about? What do you think about the Ultra Instinct dueling team versus the free agents?
I'd be very surprised if you guys. I have to agree. I think AJ Hussein is gonna is going to do good indoors if he's in the lineup. You know, he lost last week. I think he'll do good. Gib Nation, same as that. I'd be very surprised if you guys lost this week.
I think it. I mean, like I said, indoors made a wild play. It's always like it comes down to a few key plays. Indoors made a wild push.
Yeah, that wild play was it was a big no for me, but
I love it. I shout out to Indoors
for being a man and just saying fuck it.
I love it. I thought I was the only one. I thought that was a fantastic move, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
If it worked out, you're a hero, but
that's true.
It just didn't work out.
Up like 7 cards and 5,000 life points to go all in is kind of crazy. But
send it. I feel it, but it didn't work out. If it works out, you're a hero. If it doesn't, you take a L. But that's the way it is. You gotta push. But then we got the Corn Men and the Enraged Pandas. Oh man, I might have to tune in for this too. I'm a huge Corn Man. I'm buying my Corn Man T-shirt. I'm Team Corn Man to my soul. I love what they're doing over there. I think EPs need to win this. What do you guys think about Eleteros Enraged Pandas going up to next week?
This is going to be a fun matchup, I think. And as much as I want to say EP, I gotta go with the Corn Man. I think that if they really impressed me week 1, and I really underrated them, I think clutch it out 3-2.
Hopefully they can pull it together. What about the Corn Man? What do you think about them?
I'm gonna give Silver some love here for once, and and you know what? After what EP showed me, and you guys all know, I had EP the highest on our rankings. I thought they were easily a top 4, maybe even pushing top 2 team. And they just showed me absolutely nada, like nothing. And the Cornmen did the opposite. They beat a top team, and they did it pretty good. They played very well. Sparky, we all knew Sparky's a beast, and he's doing well. If Zoidberg can keep learning and growing from his win against Ivan Rosito, that's already like an insane 2 of hard to beat. That's 2 of your 3 right there. So I'd have to, at this point, lean towards the Cornmen. I mean, they showed up last week. EP didn't. It's on EP. Show us something.
Yeah, EP needs to show your moves big time in a major way. I got to give one big shout out to Zoidberg. I think he's the sleeper MVP of the season, pulling this thing together, putting the Cornmen on his back, and clutching that huge win. And then we're gonna end it off with Bad Bones, Team Bones, Beam Tones, Civil War. War of the Cemetery, Graveyard Battle, Bones all over the place. Who's taking that?
Playing each other? That's hilarious.
They're playing each other. Yeah. The cemetery. The war of the cemetery. The War of the Cemetery is happening. This is spooky.
I think Bad Bones is gonna win.
Which one has the nano?
Yeah, that one.
I think I'm picking that one. Does that one have Jinzo Dude as well? I keep getting them mixed up.
No,
Jinzo Dude's on Beam Tones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Bad Bones.
I'm gonna go with the one with Nano on it.
And Shifty.
The one Nano, Shifty, and the Sauce. They did get swept by 5 guys, but I'm still gonna. I mean, it's not like their other team didn't do that much better. The other team lost 4-1.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah,
1-9, I guess.
I had all the Bones units way higher than you guys because I believe in Bones, and they did not. They did the opposite of what the Rampage team did. Rampage has 2 units. LRG has multiple units. Bad Bones has 2 units, and they did the worst out of all the units. So Bad Bones, figure this out, get it together, put some W's on the board, and we'll see. So everyone's gonna be tuning in to see who is the baddest of the Bones, who's the beamest of the Tones, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes for the Battle of the Cemetery. I'm looking forward to seeing that one as well. So that's what you think, and also viewers at home, make sure you get into the comments. I know I had a lot of comments about hating our power rankings. And I guess I have to agree with you because you see where my power rankings are at right now. But get into the comments and tell me what you think about your predictions. I'll go ahead and link a copy of the next week's schedule in the description, as well as the results of this schedule. So you guys can tell me what you think about that, and we'll do it. But first, I got Insidious here. He's got some more picks he wants to make, or he's got some more predictions he wants to take. I'm done making predictions. But Insidious has some more smoke he's got.
So I'm not gonna go into the entire power rankings, but I will do a top 6 since only 6 teams do make the playoffs. So I've seen a lot, thought about a lot, and I've definitely ate crow. Let me go into a top 6. So at number 1, I have Team Rampage. Again, they took care of business. They have a strong team, no weak links, and I think they sit at the number 1 spot. At number 2, I have Rampage HK. Yeah, it's their sister team. Both Rampages at top. They went 10-0 as a collective, and I feel like they can prove to us that they're the top 2 teams by winning in week 2 against LRG and Sweep. At number 3, I have Chaos Kings. I was really impressed with how they took care of Sweep, and I think that the ceiling is still above them, and they can keep going up. Number 4, I have Team Solitaire. I was really impressed with how they beat Enraged Pandas, and they're proving that just because they're current players, they're still able to play goats really well, like a veteran. I had them at the number 4 spot. Number 5, I have Sweep OD. Even though they lost, I still gotta go with Tried and True. And we don't know how the KP and the Dale matches have went yet, but I still feel positive and confident that they are the 5th best team. And at number 6, I have Five Guys, One Kuru. I think that they really surprised us with their performance, and I really like their players right now. No bias at all in terms of fantasy, but I just think Body Buckets, Kuru, Dead, Planchi, even Fox, they just took care of business. And for week 1, I'm not opposed to putting them as the 6th best team.
Wow, that is those are some flaming hot fuego takes, dude. I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not agreeing. I'm just going to say those are insidious takes. Do not DM me about these takes because I'm not
Feel
going
free to DM me.
What do you think about these takes, Moxie? I'm my hands are up about the takes.
I mean, I think it's fine. I mean, I'm not necessarily sure if I agree with some of them, but it's week 1. I mean, you have two options. You can either say it's week 1, it is what it is, and basically not have too much switch because it's only week 1, or you can kind of just say fuck it. I've seen enough. These teams didn't show up, and these teams did, and that's fine. I'm not really gonna say too much about rankings. I'm gonna give it a few more weeks, and then I'll have an input.
Yeah, there will be another official power rankings taking place at the beginning of week 8. So once week 7 concludes, we will do another power ranking special and put out what the actual power rankings is, and then we'll try to do another one before the playoffs start. So we'll have a playoff power ranking and a week 8 power ranking to see who's going to be edging themselves for that those playoff positions. So it's a long season left. This was week 1. I thought it was a fantastic success. Everyone showed up. Shout out to all the people who came in and put their decks in and made their matches on time and just jumped in. It was a huge fellowship of camaraderie and joy. There was a little bit of rivalry stuff, but it's all competitive and it's all in the nature of fun and joy, the emojis and the laughter, and it's a really good environment. So if you like that kind of thing and you like this environment, so make sure you go and drop by the Goatformat War League. Hit the IM Film Star roll and get the roll, and you can see when the games are taking place, and you can watch them live. And next season, free agency starts in 5 weeks. If you make enough noise, you might find yourself on the roster if this is something that you want to do and you want to participate in. But again, the week starts on Monday. Week 2 begins on Monday, and hopefully we see you all there tuning in or playing or watching or being a part of it. There's space for everybody. But that's all I have. Panel, do you guys have anything else you want to say before we sign off?
No.
All right.
Yeah, not really that much. Good luck to everyone who's playing, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace. All right. Well, that's it. This has been GeistD Plays Goats. Shout out. Peace. Until the next one.